Yeah, what's going on is the 4th of June. I've got a crazy day ahead of me. I got to be on site at a podcast in North Phoenix. Then from there, I've got to be, where else I got to go? Daughter's got to go to the dentist. Then I got to be at another business meeting. It's just a lot of on-site stuff. I'm bouncing all over the place. So I'm trying to get this off to you guys before I head out. I want to make sure that I get you the best data as I can. So you know what's happening, what's going on out there in the marketplace. And it really just boils down to the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Nothing's going to change what I have to say in the sense that it doesn't matter what the rate is. It's about the deal you're buying. Right now, you're going to have an opportunity to find some places where you get better deals, better rates, where sellers are contributing to get things bought down. That's a gift. It's amazing how when we're doing those kind of deals, and I've got that happening in the background, how many people are looking for something more. You're already getting a gift that's giving for 365 days. 365 days a year is Christmas for 360 freaking months. 30 years of Christmas on this deal. Guys, accept what you're getting. Don't quit digging for more. Quit pushing for more. Grab it and go. Keep doing that. And what you should be doing right now is grabbing and going when it comes to real estate, because there's some interesting stuff going on in the market. First thing that we're going to share with you, my website, aaron.chapman.com. Go in there. You go into the media section, look at some old stuff. But here's one thing I want to point out. This little thing right here, the R. I got a registered trademark, Aaron Chapman, for lending. My name now is a registered trademark. Why would I do that? Why would I have to put a registered trademark? Something you need to think about if you have a brand in your space. I had a person within our own firm a few years ago was using my name to go out and get business in the places I was doing business. He was getting on lists as a lender using my name, saying, hey, I work with Aaron Chapman at Security National. This little prick was doing that kind of stuff all over the place. And I found this out and I said, dude, come on. I know you're just barely getting into this. You kind of need to be smart about this. It's a dumb move. He's like, oh, I've just been told by some people you got to follow the big guys. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Follow those guys, learn from them, but don't try and steal their business by using their name. That's just bad form. Never stopped. Kept that crap up. I started finding this stuff out. Now I went and got that done. I should have done it years ago, never thought about it. Now somebody else does that kind of stuff. It's not going to be real pretty for him, because I'm not going to sit back and just let somebody sit there and use my name the way that this person did. That just sucks. So if you're thinking about it, you got a name, you got a brand, you want to make sure you protect what you have built, do it. Go out there and get that thing trademarked. Register that. Make sure that the world knows that you can't start taking and using my name to go and generate your business. It doesn't work that way. Let's go and see what's going on in the market. We've had some interesting stuff. Before we get to the market, check this crap out. This right here is very interesting. I had this getting pushed around by other people in the space as far as those who are talking about mortgage-backed securities, what's happening in the markets. Very, very wise people pushing this stuff around too. This was the New York Times article. They keep pushing out this calculator that they've got. They've got this calculator about rent versus buy, and they're trying to say you save, in this scenario, $133,000 to rent versus buy the home. And they're talking about how you're making money by being a renter, not a buyer. The narrative that's being pushed by mainstream media is continuing to enhance what's going on with the people in the background pulling the strings. Who's pulling the strings? The hedge funds are pulling the strings. They're pulling the strings in so many things. If you don't think that our government's freaking bought and our media is not bought by somebody, I think you're not paying attention. Those who are pushing this narrative that's all for power, all for money. Last year, we've talked about this before, 2023, the hedge funds purchased 44% of the single families available. They're continuing to buy. Who do you think is going to benefit from the renters out there? Who do you think is going to set the price on the renters? Who is going to be using your children or yourselves or your grandchildren as their pawns to generate revenue? That's all they are. It's going to be literally a cog in the machine to generate revenue for the massive businesses out there, these hedge funds that are doing this. They have portfolios bigger than countries right now. And if they have that kind of focus on single family housing, you should have that kind of focus on single family housing. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to educate you on, trying to get a fire built unto you. It's not about the rates. It's about getting the right team to get this done. Because if you don't get this done, you're going to miss out. Right there, you've got a massive, massive media outlet saying it's better to rent. They're working on that mindset. You know differently because you're here. Since you're here and we're talking, that's not the case. They're literally converting the rest of the economy to listen to what you need, which is to get renters. If you can offer a better deal but still generate revenue for you, pay off your mortgage, that's where the greatest value in it comes from, is the amortization of your loan from somebody else's money, and then the appreciation of the property. Those two things will generate more wealth for you than anything, more than the cash flow, the cash on cash return. I know you need those to be a good solid metric and a positive metric for you, but that doesn't need to be the entire deal. But let's talk about where rates are going. We actually have a pretty good day in front of us right now. Let me see here if I can find it. Okay. So we showed you, got back in the channel last week. Friday hit right there at the top of the channel. He was holding right there at the top channel. It stayed there. And then with what we had come out yesterday, it really wasn't all that big a news that we had yesterday. The news was pretty freaking minimal as far as what was happening in the production of goods and services out there. Well, it still was positive enough to punch us through the moving averages. We had the 200-day moving average holding us right there. So the 200-day, then we have the, we literally hit right on the 100-day and we got stopped there. This morning, not much out there, and we bumped above that. I think there's just an interest in putting money there because we're looking at stocks achieving some of their highest values ever. There's probably money flowing out of that and going into bonds, trying to get it secured somewhere where it's going to see a flat rate of return, but it's getting stopped out at this particular price point. That might continue to remain some resistance for us and push us back towards the channel is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but every time I said we're going to push back the channel, we do. So we might be forming a new channel that goes from the middle of this one to the top of this and just continue to keep riding its way down. But as you can see, we still have this right here as the same trajectory, that same angle still being followed. If I can get this to work. So you see that same angle is still being followed. The angle of the channel is still downward angle, either way you look at it. So could be higher for longer, but right now we have a good position. It might stay good here and there, but we always want to lock that at the top, float it at the bottom, but take advantage of any opportunity you can to secure an interest rate and know what you're going to have for 30 years. Regardless of whatever you have for 30 years, you're never paying it anyway. If you don't understand that, reach out to me. Email me, aaron.chapman@snmc.com. Email me so we can talk about this. It doesn't matter what the rate is. Just lock that some bitch for 30 years and pay it over the 30 years, and you'll find out you're winning. You're getting ahead. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like, subscribe, punch that in there so I can get you more data as the time comes out. And I'll talk to you guys on Friday.